All right, so we're going to be talking scaling Google Ads with AI. So what does that actually mean? When you're scaling your Google Ads, you're going to want to use every automated process that you possibly can. Now, you're going to already have the in-platform quote unquote AI, and I'm just going to cut straight to it, right? None of the videos I'm going to make are going to be dragging it this along. Like, I just want to put value out there. I just want to put good content around ads and create good, discussion around these. And everybody's getting, robbed by Google and Meta and TikTok. So we as advertisers need to, identify what the major problems are and, combat them together. So if you're running businesses and you're depending on Google AI, you need to know what that actually means and what you're getting with the Google product and the Meta product when you're spending with them. So AI, they're going to say you have, a built-in performance max AI campaign. Does that actually do anything? Nah. You're gonna have to do a little bit more digging when you need to have actual case study, proof that the AI is optimizing your ads, right? You don't trust in-platform, tools and services without actual return and proof in your metrics. So for example, Performance Max, I've made videos about this before. I made a video about this last year. You don't get to see your keywords. So if you want to measurably improve your performance on certain keywords that are getting you a return, you need to have some insight on those keywords. What are you actually spending your money on? And you can actually use automated processes on actual normal Google search campaigns. You don't need to have the in-platform AI spending. You can still optimize, in an automated fashion, your Google search campaigns, your Google display campaigns, and especially when you can see on a keyword basis. So you need to have certain parameters that you're looking at always, and whether you're doing this manually or automated, you need to look for keywords that are overspending. You need to look for keywords that are wasting your money and fix it quick. That's really the only way to stop fast wastage of spend. The faster you stop the wastage, that's another day of spend where you're on a keyword that you're spending $100 a month on and it's zero sales. So, break that down on a daily basis. It adds up with the thousands of keywords in your account. And you're gonna see this a lot in all types of campaigns. Whether you're doing a YouTube campaign, whether you're doing a search campaign, there's just rampant overspending. There's overspending that you're gonna ignore because you're still getting a return on the whole campaign. But if you were to duplicate it and try, negative target that on the original, ad set, you would be in a much better position even 2 weeks from the previous, iteration of that, strategy. You want to find these, have parameters like this. If you're getting 50 clicks, zero sales, you're getting great, you think you're getting a good amount of views, but then you look at it and it's just 0.2% click rate. You're dragging your entire ad account down, and whether or not you like it, you're wasting your money. You have to look at this, on a regular basis. I would say, honestly, daily, if you're serious and you're building your business for scale. If you're running a smaller e-commerce store, at least 7 days, every 30 days, you need to have a way to look at this in an automated fashion. So one way is you can literally set up a Google script in your ad account where you check all the active keywords, you check the stats for your parameters, right? There's no set, no matter what anybody says, there's no set parameters or thresholds to look at when it comes to your ad account and your product. It's going to be completely different on how your funnel is set up, how you're getting customers, whether or not you're optimizing for the upfront offer or you have a back-end, strategy and your LTV well. It all depends on how well your strategy of converting the customers, but know what you're looking for and be very strict on it. And one way with the keywords is one simple fix. You can just look at the keywords that are absolutely underperforming, which if you go into your account right now, you will find some if you're not looking at them every day, and get those tracked and get those outputted. You can do this in an automated way. You could do this in a way where you'll see the return in a week. If you implement a well customized script for your funnel, your product, your e-commerce store, your software, and you know where your sales are coming from. You can trust your data. You know your conversions are the conversions that are being seen, in your payment processor versus the conversions being shown by Meta or Google. And when you have these automations in place, within a week, you're going to see, that simple pause in wastage of ad spend allowed that allocation toward more profitable keywords, even though Google was robbing you the whole time for the duration of the previous ad set. And you're just going to see the return within a week. You don't even need to wait months to see this. It's like when you have a set budget, it doesn't want to overspend too much past it. Of course they will, obviously, like 10% usually they'll overspend, but you need to have thresholds, and the results will be faster than you can imagine. If you're very on top of it, you know what you're looking for, just don't waste budget. You have budget, you have a business to run. You don't have keywords to gamble on. I know I talked about it before. I'll always talk about it. You're gambling on keywords if you don't have data to prove the keywords get you sales. And when I mean sales, I don't mean sales that Google reports. I mean sales that you can count in your payment processor, and sales that are being deposited back into your bank account. So that's what matters. Keep the focus on the money in your e-commerce store and your business. Focus on the money in, not the conversion number, but the conversion value that's realized. That's really the only thing that matters. And track it very carefully. And the sales amount should be coming from your payment processor when you do this calculation at the end of your week, the month, whatever it may be. So I'm going to link a version of the script to show right here. This guy, it's completely credits to this dude, Brian, Labs Digital. Solid script. You can, set your quality, get your email every, on your own duration. This is just one way, just one small implementation to automate your workflow and your Google Ads. And you can customize this. If you guys know, coding is not, for coders anymore only. You can just, customize this with Grok or, some, GPT style coding device. You can customize this for your store. And if you don't know how to, then you should learn how to, or you should, use Google, and you should come up with a way, at least for a basic implementation, right? And when you want to do this yourself at a small level, it's very simple. You just change a few variables. You set your email. If you don't want to change, the criteria too much, just use the standardized ones. This is not like you need to reinvent the wheel. You're going to get an automation that it's going to show you something that more than 99% of Google Ads advertisers aren't going to be looking at, which is a output of their bad keywords. It's as simple as that. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're just checking for low performing keywords based on a simple threshold. And you're just going to filter those keywords out on a daily basis, or on a bi-daily basis, or a weekly basis. I would say do it daily if your account is spending more than $15,000, $20,000 a month. If you're still testing in a few thousand a month, then maybe do it weekly to get more data. And again, if your in-platform data isn't accurate and you can't trust it, don't worry about any of this. Forget about automating your changes. In fact, you're probably going to mess up your Google account more. You're going to mess up your Meta account more when you start pausing ad sets based off of delusional data or just fictional data that comes from Google, usually to favor you to spend more money with them and in a long-term basis. So they give you just enough of an acceptable CAC where you're going to be happy to continue spending. But if not, use a simple script like this. I'm going to link this one below. This is not like reinventing the wheel. You're just going to have a slight insight onto, and you can do, it'll either pause it for you, or you can go ahead and do it with the report. So I would just say let the script pause it for you when you see, horrible, keywords and horrible spending data. Make sure you check it for a week. After a week, if it hits these thresholds, then just knock the keywords out of those ad sets. And this is for the search campaigns. It's easy, low hanging fruit for you to just save money on your ads. And you should, in terms of frequency, if you're a smaller account, it is about building some data. So if you're only spending a few thousand a month, again, I would definitely say like more go toward a weekly check on this, because you might miss out on early winners before they're have the opportunity to be given a chance to get conversions. So if you have any questions around this and you want to talk about it, just drop a comment. I'm trying to open it up for more discussion. And if you want our team to look at your ads specifically, then and you're doing about 15,000 plus on your ad platforms together, then let's see if that's worth consolidating, and let's see if your data is being tracked as it is. So we can go to conversionwin.com, book a call. But otherwise, just learn and just keep learning, build your ad account, save your money. Don't give your money away to Google. Don't give your money away to Meta, and be as efficient as possible with your trackings.